little bit later.
Into the back of the net. Medina! Go for the birthday boy!
Good evening and welcome into the zone. We are live inside the Gladiator Alumni Club Lounge here at the Paramount Fine Food Center. And we are moments away from the start of today's match between your Mississauga MetroStars and the Eastern Division leading Utica City FC. Hello everyone, I'm Alf DeBlastis alongside Stephen Caldwell once again, and he'll be joining play-by-play announcer Alex Bastiuvanski on our live stream broadcast in just a moment. Stephen, the MetroStars reached the end of a four-game homestand, hoping to at least come out with a 500 record, but it will be quite a task against this Utica City team. This is a new city, but not a new franchise in this league. They've shown an impressive level of competitiveness this season.
Yeah, they've been absolutely fantastic. They're top of the division, Alf, and they've showed some real consistency in the early stages of the season. And I think when you look at overall the four games, hopefully a victory tonight to come up at 500, but overall it's been a little bit unfortunate. Yes, they were well beaten in the last game, but the previous game before that, the Baltimore game, was such a great match. Mississauga MetroStars were magnificent on the evening and really deserved that win, in my opinion. Unfortunately, losing in overtime, but it's been decent form. They're going to go on a tough road stretch now, so it's imperative they try and get the victory here tonight.
And speaking of that road trip, the MetroStars will be missing some key players tonight, as well as on the four-game road trip coming up. And Coach Phil Yanati's been experimenting and integrating some new players into the lineup. How important is that depth going to be for the MetroStars, not only this evening, but on this four-game trip? Yeah,
it's absolutely crucial, and you know, Phil and the coaching staff are learning about their players, they're learning about the combinations and the right kind of lineups that they're going to choose, and so I think everybody's very important, how they adapt, how they, you know, form in this game. We're talking about sides with some real experience here. They know how to play the arena game. It's not the case for the MetroStars. Even the ones that have experience in the, you know, the grass game and the 11-a-side game have not played this form of the game. Adrian Cann, I'm thinking about Canadian International, of course, Dwayne Rosario, and they guys are even learning, even though they have such storied careers. So that's the case here. Everyone has to play some meaningful minutes and adapt to this game, learn from the opposition, learn from just playing through the minutes, listening to their coaches who have some vast experience at this level.
Thank you, Stephen, as always, for your insight. And as usual, we remind our fans, our live stream viewers, as well as our fans here in the arena, to follow us on social media. @Saga MetroStars is the handle on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Let us know where you're watching from. Post your tweets and photos using the hashtag MetroStarsLive, and we'll give you a shout out during the game. Now, let's get our pregame festivities underway. Here is your public address announcer, Matt DiNicolantonio.
The officials for tonight's match are referee Ron Corey, assistant referees Silviu Petrescu and Les Anning. The fourth official is Norm Oliveira. Here is the starting lineup for the visiting Utica City FC. The goalkeeper, number 22, Andrew Coughlin. Defender, number 5, Dominic Vitali. Defender, number 2, Ben Raymond. Midfielder, number 4, Nate Boudreau. Midfielder number 99, Slavisa Ubiparipovic. And forward number 27, Joey Tavernisi. The head coach of Utica City FC is Ryan Hall. The following players are not in tonight's lineup for the Mississauga MetroStars. Number 7, Sina Hondan. Number 9, Lerone Young. Number 11, Anthony Osorio. Number 88, Luis Rocha. And number 92, Martinho Demevski.
I salute an amazing fans, our 7th player on the field.
Ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you please rise and remove your hats for the singing of the American and Canadian national anthems. Performing for us this evening, please welcome Katrina Stanovich.
Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north strong and free. From far and wide, oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Now, tonight's starting lineup for your Mississauga MetroStars. The goalkeeper, number 00, Sebastian Zabayos. Defender, number 4, Adrian Can. Defender, number 10, Marco Rodriguez. Midfielder, number 18, Mo Babouli. Forward, number 6, Matthew Rios. And forward, number 13, Damian Graham. The head coach of your Mississauga MetroStars is Phil Ionati. In the interest of your safety, please be aware that soccer balls and other objects may fly into the spectator area, can be dangerous and cause injury. Please be alert at all times when you are in the spectator area. If the ball goes into the stands, please return it to the arena staff. Thank you for your cooperation and enjoy the match. All right, MetroStars fans, we're just about ready for kickoff. Let's hear you make some noise!
Welcome everybody to Mississauga MetroStars Arena Soccer on MASL TV. Alex Bastivansky joined by a much browner Stephen Caldwell. Just got back from the beaches of Mexico. Stephen, welcome back to the broadcast booth, my friend.
Thank you, Alex. I'm not so sure I'm brown. I think I'm Scottish red, it's called, isn't it? A bit burnt in the forehead.
Well, you made it back just in time for a big divisional matchup tonight between the MetroStars and Utica City FC. Their first year in Utica City, but this is an experienced squad who previously played in Syracuse, and they've been on fire thus far early in the season with a 5-2 record.
Yeah, brilliant early season form. They really set the pace in the division with their quality. You know, last time out there was a defeat, but I still think they've got bundles of quality within the side and experience, like you said, Alex. I know it's a new team in Utica, but they have that team coming over from Syracuse. So another difficult and testing matchup for the newly formed Mississauga MetroStars.
Problem for the MetroStars for many of the games this season is we almost see Ceballos get caught there unsuspecting, but it's been the slow starts, having to climb out of a hole early on. They're hoping to change that tonight against this strong Utica squad. Some different players in the lineup, as mentioned. Sebastian Ceballos, the keeper, in for Adrian Becic. Phil Ionati trying to mix things up a little bit, and you'll see Ceballos play out of his net quite a bit. He's great with his feet, and Phil was looking for that type of player to help mix things up just a little bit here, Stephen, after a loss against Milwaukee in their last game. But Boli playing a nice ball off the board out front, just out of the reach of Damian Graham. Adrian Can playing it back from Marco Rodriguez, playing out of the back once again tonight. You had a chance to talk with Coach Phil before the game. What did he tell you about Utica FC?
Yeah, he told me they have a lot of quality. Of course, they're missing their team captain out here tonight, but they've still got bundles of quality. Here's Babuli.
Really nice shot.
It was a good look for Mo Babuli there, right in front of the goal. We expect him maybe to do a little bit better. Decent save though from
Andrew Coughlin. Nicely played away there by Adrian Can, but yeah, Utica has mentioned a lot of experience, and they're going to have to be wary of the offensive punch on this team. They've been extremely effective so far this year, 5-2 as mentioned, first place in the East Division. They've beaten the Baltimore Blast twice, which is certainly saying something, taking down the 3-time defending MASL champions, Harrisburg twice, and Florida. And their losses came one to Baltimore, and they lost their last game against the Milwaukee Wave, who dropped them by a 7-4 count on Sunday. Averaging 7 goals a game, this Utica squad, plus 12 goal differential, 40% power play they're clicking at, and killing off those penalties at 67%. Just an all-around solid squad from top to bottom here.
Yeah, and they're a great side with bundles of energy as well, Alex, it has to be said. They're very, very fit. They can get up and down. A lot of young boys, a lot of quality in their side as well. Like I say, I'm missing one of their dominant figures in Captain Jelovic. He's not playing tonight after a red card, so that's a bonus, but they still have the magnificent goal scorer, Slavica Uba Parasovic. I think I got that one right. Maybe we'll just call him Slav, I think, after that, Alex.
I'm impressed that you nailed it the first time, actually. Yeah, nickname is Slav. We are going to call him that tonight because Uba Parasovic, like Bastivansky, I know what he's going through, but doesn't exactly roll off the tongue. So, yeah, we'll call him Slav this game. But, yeah, he's been outstanding for them so far. Their leading scorer, 15 points in 7 games. Well-balanced player. You always take a look at those stats, Stephen, and some of the players, actually quite a few players in the MASL, it's traditional to have quite a bit more goals than assists, but he's a well-balanced player with 8 goals and 7 assists. We see Babuli do a great job there getting back. Yeah, it's great work from Babuli. We saw that so often in his early arena soccer career, where he can get back and defend, not just an attacking force, a scorer of goals or assists. He's also a lad that loves to get back, uses that power and strength of his. That was brilliant play there from the dangerous Kevani in the early stages. That's Jonathan Rosario wearing number 99, who's tearing up the Arena Premier League, of course, which is the feeder league for the Mississauga MetroStars, wearing number 99, and scored some absolutely gorgeous goals this season for Italy AC, as we see Rodriguez get a bit of room, blasted wide. But Phil Ionati's going to try out Rosario in this game. He said he's going to give him probably every second shift, give him a chance out there to show what he can do. But he's got a lot of confidence in him. He knows. That's an awkward way of saying it. Phil knows he understands the arena game, the ins and outs, does Rosario.
Yeah, he's a player that Phil Ionati really loves. He does. He's been working on his fitness, of course, to try and get him ready to go up and down this arena, soccer pitch, to obviously do his duties there. But he's got incredible quality, great feet. A lad that obviously I trained with when I spent some time with the MetroStars and saw that quality. I'm excited to see how he does here in a game. It's a much bigger field than where the MetroStars train at Canlan, but an opportunity for him to show his worth and show his quality feet, get the shifts right. That's something that we saw done excellently well from some of the more experienced sides. The Milwaukee Wave were brilliant at that. Phil spoke to me about the way they rotate their shifts. They move around almost in like a circle, Alex, so that they're always coming off at the right point, and the next guy comes on and just takes his slot within the pitch. So, like we've always said, we've reiterated again that this is a game that the MetroStars are learning. It's going to take a little bit of time before they're up and running at full speed, but as long as they keep moving forward, I think that's the important thing.
So we see a nice stop there by Zeballos, who just got his fingertips on the ball to deflect it over. Just going over their last 3 games on this homestand so far. Big 7-6 win over Harrisburg, where they just hung on by the hair in their chinny chin there, but pulled it off, in a great win, their second win of the campaign. We're that close to taking down the 3-time MASL defending champion Baltimore Blast. Had the lead late in the 4th quarter, unfortunately just couldn't hold on and went down by a golden goal, but that was their best game of the season by far, Steve, and I think you'd agree with that, even though they lost. Cleared off the line there by
Here's a chance.
Harris, and here's Dero on the run. Dero, see if anyone helps out. Cutting inside, nicely laid back. Side, right into the hands of Coughlin, but encouraging stuff from the MetroStars early on.
Well, a great breakaway led by Dwayne De Rosario. It was a chance to just run the pitch. Obviously with his aging legs, he wasn't ever going to run away, but presence of mind to move the ball really well. Mirabelli comes in here tonight as well, another player with a lot of quality from the Vaughan area. He was the one that set up the nice chance here for Harris. Just couldn't really find the target. I have to say, Coughlin's looked very good. Andrew Coughlin in the goal for Utica in the early stages. Alex, his positional play is absolutely brilliant. It was a comfortable save just because of where he was standing.
No question about it. I'm also really liking what I'm seeing from Sebastian Zeballos at the other end. Very, very confident out there, not afraid to come out of his net and use his feet. And as I mentioned, that was a dimension that Phil wanted to get into the lineup tonight. Bejic has done a great job between the posts this year. Maybe not quite the level of confidence, though, that Zeballos has outside of the net, as we see a chance for the MetroStars here. Mobabuli, the man who played professionally in Syria last year. Will he take it? No. Yeah, back for Mobabuli. Nice save by Coughlin as it was flicked back to him there by Joseph Cairn.
Another brilliant save. Came really sharp. Not sure Babuli expected the ball to come at him like that, but adjusted his feet really well. Used his right foot. He's a very two-footed player, is Babuli, but this time the stronger of the feet is the right. He just adjusts it, strikes it towards the goal. Coughlin's there again in the early stages, making some vital saves for Utica.
Matthew Rios banks it off the boards, but it's taken by Utica. On the run now, Stephen Daru. Daru getting over for his teammates. Mississauga closes the distance, though, as now it's taken by Karen, who gives it right away, though. Picks it up again. Matt Rios, but it's whistled down, and it's going to be a free kick for Utica FC. Following that game against Baltimore, where they had such a strong performance, followed it up with a bit of a dud against Milwaukee. It was an 8-2 final. The score is not really indicative of, nice try there just off the outside of the post, but not really indicative of how the play went in the game. Milwaukee were the better squad, but as we talked to Phil before the game, and of course he pointed out they missed so many chances to the MetroStars early on and late in the game where the score could have been entirely different in that game, and Milwaukee put in 2 empty net goals towards the end to make it the 8-2 final.
Yeah, gave away sloppy goals. I think that's what he was most disappointed about. Yes, of course, you want to take your chances, but you can't afford to give the ball away in vital areas and give a side of experience and the quality of Milwaukee a early start and a few goal lead. And unfortunately, that's what the MetroStars did again. Need to make sure that they stay in these games in the early stages, play with a bit more of the head. And we saw that tonight here. I think I mean, nothing spectacular in the early stages of this first quarter, but they're staying in the game, aren't they, Alex? They're just kind of managing the match really, really well so far.
Well, they've got nearly 7 minutes of the opening quarter now, 8-12 remaining, 0-0. And I'm trying to remember the last time that they didn't allow a goal in the first 7 minutes of the opening quarter. So encouraging stuff for the MetroStars here.
They've been the better team, haven't they? They've probably deserved the goal.
Rios has his shot ricochet off. There's Josh Paredes, who's been so great for the Stars so far this year, offensively and defensively, sacrificing his body numerous times to keep the ball out of the net. Marco Rodriguez to Matt Rios, who gets it out front. Here's Paredes, can't control it though. Brought out by Utica here. Utica on the run. Overall, nice play there by Alberto Harris, though, to get his head on it. Mississauga turns it back up. Rodriguez. Marco, of course, the only player on the MetroStars that had MASL experience coming into the season, playing for the Florida Tropics last year. Had a fantastic game against his former squad in the home opener that the MetroStars won in emphatic fashion by a 10-0 count. As we see Adrian Can, former TFC defender. Back to Zeballos, it comes once again. Big boot into the corner. That play they love to make. Massimo Mirabelli, Babuli loses it though, and here comes Utica City. Oh, great anticipation by Marco Rodriguez there, Stephen.
Yeah, brilliant step. It was a smart piece of play from Rodriguez. It looked like the breakaway was on. Something that looks like was a real strength of Utica's in the early stages. That breakaway, isn't it? Mississauga MetroStars have to be careful. Losing it just about in the offensive yellow line, Alex. It looked like they could break away just a few times.
They've been caught on the odd man rush, at least a couple of times so far in the opening quarter here.
Yeah, it was that lad on the ball there, Daru, 77. He's got the pace. Left-footed, looks like he's a bit of a player. They love to keep an eye on him, make sure he doesn't get space and time to open his legs up.
Nice play by Adrian Can there to get it back to Babuli, who plays it back for Zeballos. It's been 2 shifts now for Massimo Mirabelli, the new man, number 12. And he's looked pretty good so far. Very solid out there for the MetroStars. Is his teammate on Italy AC of the Arena Premier League, now back on the field in Jonathan Rosario, number 99. And mark my word, if this man right here, Rosario, if he gets a bit of space, now that is fantastic, absolutely gorgeous. Rosario showed he knows the Arena game in his very first match, laying it back and blasted home by Joseph Garrett for the 1-0 MetroStars lead.
Yeah, fantastic goal. Tremendous play from Rosario, wasn't it? Using his strength, his vision, there he is, having a hug with his coach, Phil Anadi. Brilliant moment there, but it was brilliant play. What a ball off the boards, and what a finish from Joseph Kerrin. Defender, that looked like a striker's finish, didn't it? Right into the back of the net.
They're going to take a timeout, so are we. 1-0 MetroStars. Great start in the first quarter here. You're watching Mississauga MetroStars Arena Soccer at MASL TV. We'll be right back.
If your hearing is deteriorating and you're ready to look for a solution, turn to Pro Sound Hearing Center. As a locally owned and operated family company, we care about our community, and we strive to provide the best possible hearing services.
We're very client-oriented and client-focused. I feel like that's what made us stand out and win this award today.
Thank you to the City of Mississauga, the Mississauga News, and of course our clients and everyone who voted for us.
Fans, after tonight's game, your Mississauga MetroStars head out on a 6-game road trip and return to the Paramount Fine Food Center on Friday, February 15th to host the visiting Baltimore Blast. Kickoff will be at 7:30 p.m. Tickets are still available. Visit MississaugaMetroStars.ca for details.
Welcome back to Mississauga MetroStars Arena Soccer on MASL TV. Alex Bastiavansky alongside Stephen Caldwell as the MetroStars break the ice here in the first quarter. 1-0, an absolutely perfect arena play by the newcomer to the MetroStars, Jonathan Rosario off the glass to Josip Karen, who puts home the one-timer, and that is exactly what Coach Phil Ionati wants to see, isn't it, Stephen?
Yeah, it exactly is, Alex. It was just great play from him. It looked like there was nothing on, wasn't it? Being defended pretty well. Back to goal on the angle. Just found a lovely pass across the boards, high and across the boards. And I have to say that Keren's finish was like a striker. Just so confident into top corner. Coughlin, who's been exciting in the early stages, had no chance with a save.
We've seen Karen put home the one-timers a few times so far this season. My guess he's got at least 3 or 4 one-time goals now. From around that distance, too, he's absolutely lethal with that boot. So 1-0 MetroStars. And I was about to say, funny when he laid it off there, if they give this guy an inch, he will take a mile. And I wasn't talking about just a pass. I meant he's got a fantastic boot. Rosario, he scored some absolutely highlight reel goals in the APL so far this season. Of course, we do Inside the Arena Soccer show that I host and produce. Plays of the week. 1 week he had number 1 and number 2. 2 goals that you don't see every day. Absolutely. He's got the creativity, and he's certainly got the technical ability. And we saw it with the pass there, which no question in my mind he was doing on purpose. He looked up, he saw his man, and just made an absolutely perfect pass. As we see it again here, right to Karen. You can't orchestrate it any better than that. Entitled the MetroStars. Coughlin once again has to be there though, and yeah, he's been on his toes early in the game, hasn't he, Coughlin? And he's acquitted himself well. Nothing he could do about the goal anyway.
No, he couldn't do anything about the goal. He made some really good saves. I think the best of the bunch from Mo Babuli. Right foot shot. They managed to tip onto the netting above his goal, but managing the game, the MetroStars in the early stages, we said it wasn't spectacular, but they were a better team. They were playing most of the football within the half. I do think Ceballos has been excellent at the start here, just setting the tone. He's always been that option back there. Here's a chance.
There's a chance. In tight. Oh, just over top of the net by the big man, Slava. Little tug on the jersey there by Josh Paredes. The official says play on though. Tali to Slava. Leaves it. Slava picking it up again. Marked by Rodriguez, who's still on him. Alberto Harris, yeah, he got just a little touch there by Slava, and it's going to be a free kick for the MetroStars.
Yeah, disappointing moments for Slava. It was an unusual finish, wasn't it? You would expect a marksman like him to maybe be a bit more composed, find the corner. He tried to choose the lob, maybe seeing Ceballos doesn't quite have the height of a Becic, but not an easy thing to do with the size of goals here to lob it over it. Hit the top glass, and I thought for a moment that it may fall to Utica player for the rebound, but fortunately for this MetroStars it didn't. I think they deserved that bit of luck, and then Slava giving away the foul in the other area. That's the danger of Utica, so maybe a little timely reminder for Mississauga.
Tighten up just a little bit. Juba Parisovic, as mentioned, leading scorer for Utica City so far this season. 15 points in 7 games, 8 goals. Followed by a very, very dangerous MASL player. Oh, nice move there. Utica City in tight. Ceballos more Peralto and Joey Tavernese, member of the U.S. National Arena team, played here at the Paramount Fine Food Center last May in a friendly against Canada that Canada won, opening quite a few eyes around the arena soccer world over the defending Arena World Cup champions. But Tavernese, 29 years of age, 7 goals and 7 assists in 14 games. Again, another balanced player, Stephen, not only with the scoring ability, but the setups as well.
Yeah, quality arena soccer player, just knows the game, knows where to be at the right moment at the right time. Very, very good at the back post as well, just drifting into a position for little tap-ins is not by any coincidence. And I think that Phil Ionati and the Mississauga MetroStars will be absolutely delighted with the early stages of this match. They've kept Utica to very few chances, playing some decent stuff, controlling the ball better than in recent games at the back, and really making their opponents run around, move around. After most away trips in this league, that's going to be a difficult thing to do, to be running just off maybe a long bus journey. So good moments in the first quarter.
Mississauga would love to finish off this homestand on a high note as they go away for over a month. Their next home game won't be until February 15th against the Baltimore Blast. They would love to pick up a third win as Utica gets in close, and they a nil out of that one. It should have been a lot better. Just missed the net there, but the MetroStars won't have another home game until the 15th, as mentioned, against Baltimore. It'll be a long, long road trip where they're going to ask a lot of questions and get a lot of answers about what this squad is all about in their first MASL season. 2 minutes left in the opening quarter now. 1-0 for the Mississauga MetroStars over visiting Utica City FC. Utica applying the pressure now, though. Off the boards out front. And Sebastian Ceballos took a bit of a boot there into the chest, I think. They whistled it down. One noticeable difference, Stephen, between Milwaukee and Utica, and for my eyes, the way they've played so far, I think Milwaukee's was the best team I've seen so far this season come in. Of course, it's a one-game sample size, but Milwaukee was all over the MetroStars in their own end. It was like a full-court press in basketball. They gave them no time and no space, and the MetroStars seemed a bit flustered by that approach. Just how quickly Milwaukee was on them and didn't give any room to maneuver and any room to sort of get things set up.
Yeah, I think that the MetroStars, we spoke about how direct they were in the previous games with Becic playing that longer ball into the corner. It worked for a couple, but in fairness to the opposition, they had worked that out and they had realised that that ball was negated a little bit. So as the MetroStars had to try and play it out, that full press from Milwaukee was there. I think Utica have tried it a little bit today, Alex, maybe not to the same extreme, but credit to the MetroStars. They've moved the ball a bit better. Ceballos has helped that. He's always been that option. Played some nice little triangles and got their angles a little bit more correct.
Good chance there by Utica City as Gonzaga fired just right on. Nice save by
save.
Ceballos, yes. Excellent job. The last few minutes, though, have been decidedly more in favor of Utica, though, as they've been pressing much harder, and the MetroStars have been back on their heels a bit more. Yeah,
about 30 plus seconds of this power play to go. It's very important that Mississauga stays strong. They're nice and narrow. Good save from Ceballos. A couple of chances, particularly the captain here, Bordeaux, on this right-hand side.
Slava. Shot at goal. Once again, Ceballos getting down to make the stop. Babuli just trying to get it out, can't do it though. Once again, controlled by Utica. 10 seconds left in the Utica power play now. Slava, shot, deflects off Babuli. Another chance, Ceballos once again there. Brown gets it out. It's off the shoulder of Slava, and the MetroStars kill the penalty. And the last few games, we talked about this heading into the Harrisburg game, Stephen. Their penalty kill was the worst in the league, and they've effectively killed every single penalty they faced so far. They really worked out on that in training, and it's paying off.
It certainly is. It looks magnificent the way that they're killing that penalty. Nice and narrow and lovely little formation, allowing the space on the outside. You have to allow the space somewhere. You don't want it to come through the middle, and doing a good job of blocking shots as they come towards their goal. A couple of times Slava looked dangerous at the top of the sort of diamond there of Utica, and either a save from Ceballos or a block was vital at the right moment. It looks like they're going to go in this first quarter with a 1-0 lead.
They are going to be very happy with the way they performed in the first 15 minutes of this. Is time for one last shot over top of the net, though, as the MetroStars leading a very strong Utica City FC squad by a 1-0 count after the first 15 minutes of play. We're going to take a quick break and be back in just a moment. You're watching Mississauga MetroStars Arena Soccer on MASL TV.
Okay, fans, please help me in welcoming to center field the amazing Trick Safa. All right, let's make some noise as he gets started here. Can he go all the way down? Safa, you know what? The second quarter is about to start, so I think we need to get these fans pumped up with a merch toss. What do you think? Let's hear you make some noise, fans. Come on, fans. I know you can be a little bit louder than that.
Welcome back to Mississauga MetroStars Arena Soccer on MASL TV. Alex Bashivansky alongside Stephen Caldwell here. 1-0 Mississauga after the first quarter, acquitting themselves very well against one of the top teams in the MASL this season, Utica City FC. Stephen, what did you like from the MetroStars in the first quarter there?
I like the composure, the intelligence. I like the game management from the first quarter, Alex. I think they've been not a good strike there from Can, not flamboyant, just managing the game, playing the percentages. I like the performance so far from Zabayos in the goal, good with the ball at his feet, and obviously that piece of brilliance from Rosario, and then the composure and quality of the finish of Karen has really been the difference. Utica can play better than they've played in the first quarter, so there's going to be maybe tougher times ahead, but a brilliant start to the match.
Number 27, Tavernesi, on the field now for Utica. He's a man, as mentioned, we're going to have to keep an eye on. One of the top scorers in the MASL last season, the leading scorer for what was then the Syracuse Silver Knights, now Utica City FC. 54 points in 22 games, 28 goals, 26 assists. Member of the U.S. Arena national team with the Slava. Plays it up. Should be right to Zabayos, though. Over to Rodriguez. They have to be careful here, and they get burned. In it goes. Cage wide open. Poked in. Got to take a look at who it was. But Utica City getting the job done, and that was Liam Callahan notching things up at 1 apiece. Again, we see the MetroStars leaving that cage open, though, and getting burned on that play, Stephen. Unfortunate.
Yeah, it was a nothing ball from Slava, just into the corner. Zabayos did well to come out, and the minute he was thinking about playing, my heart was in my mouth. I thought he should have just played that one forward, Alex. You're right. Can't play a ball. You're goalkeeper, you're out your area. You can't play a ball across your goal. He tried to play it to Marco Rodriguez and wasn't perfect. And there was Callahan with that press. We've spoken about teams are doing their homework. They know maybe some of the deficiency of the MetroStars, and he's there, Callahan, just to almost tackle it into the net. It's very disappointing. Such an awful way to concede a goal when you've been in control and you've managed the game particularly well. You don't want to concede sloppy goals like that. It's very frustrating now. It's gone now. Zabayos has to remain confident, keep on the ball, but play within the limits in the right areas.
This has been an unfortunate trend for the MetroStars, as mentioned, giving up those sloppy goals. Typically the first or second goal of the game seems to be a sloppy one for them. Was in the last game as well, where it was almost a carbon copy of that play between the defender and Adrian Vecic, and the pass was intercepted. First goal for Milwaukee in this game, the first goal for Utica City FC. Again, I understand it's a staple of arena soccer. You and I are learning on the job as well when it comes to arena and the games we've done, but it's something that I never quite understand the risk they take by doing that cross-mouth pass in front of the goal with the keeper out of place like that, because all it takes is a simple interception, as we just saw.
Well, you have to spread the play, and you have to obviously come out your area when you're a goalkeeper and be brave to create an overload, but when you're the goalkeeper and you're out the area and you're playing the pass, it's very, very risky. And I thought there he did, very well for his teammate Rodriguez coming out Zabayos, but just play it forward there, play the percentages. You've, not made any mistakes in the game. There's no real upside to playing that pass at that moment.
I agree, yeah.
A blue card here, I think, for Deru maybe.
Not to sound negative, though, I think Zabayos has done a tremendous job so far.
Yes,
Some key
absolutely.
saves for the MetroStars. Just an unfortunate.
Well, he's got to put it behind him now, Alex. Just get on with the game. It's happened. It's only a goal. We know they come thick and fast in this form of soccer. It's why we love it so much. It's very, very exciting. The game's never over till the dying stages, and so it's gone. It's happened, and the Mississauga MetroStars have to regroup now and get back into the match.
And they will have a great chance at power play now for 2 minutes. There was an infraction there, and Utica calling to the officials mentioned they did not start the clock on time there, so they're going to have to knock off a few more seconds there that didn't actually come off the clock. But I'd say it's around about an 8-second difference between what should be adjusted by the referees if they get a chance there. But Mississauga right now with minute 35 of a man advantage to try to notch a second against Utica City. Rodriguez, Adiro in the corner, elects to go back to Mobabuli. Mo cuts inside, nicely knocked away though by the Utica City defender. Dero is on the field right now, of course, the Canadian soccer legend. You probably won't see quite as much of him tonight, though, Stephen, nursing the dreaded lower body injury, we'll call it. But not quite 100% today, but Phil mentioned he's going to tough it out and hit the pitch anyway for a few shifts.
Yeah, I spoke to Dero a little bit before the match and caught up, and he says, you know, he's feeling his body a little bit. You can expect that, and I think he's been absolutely terrific. I've said it in the previous games, but I have to say his leadership and his work rate, what he's put into every match, has been exemplary from Rosario, and he's feeling he's growing a little bit tonight, so he'll play less shifts, but I'm sure he'll put his absolute heart and soul into it whenever he's out there. He's here for the power play, maybe just adjusting the clock at the moment. Like you said, Alex, there's a bit of a delay here, so yeah, it's important that he doesn't put himself out for a long period of time. Just maybe play less shifts, allow that groin to recover and get better in time for the next match.
The corner of my eye, I thought it was roughly in the 10-second range, perhaps, that they missed starting the penalty clock on. But Dero maybe not playing as many shifts today as mentioned, and of course they're missing Martino Dumevsky due to injury. Luis Rocha has yet to play a game so far this season. Alan Kukelevich out of the lineup tonight as well. So a chance for quite a few guys stepping into the lineup. We've seen Phillips come in. We've seen Rosario come in today, Mirabelli. Chance for these guys to possibly cement their spot on this MetroStars roster. Misfortune for one person leads to opportunity for another. Unfortunately, that's the way it goes in professional sports, though. Babuli had a chance but lost it there.
Yeah, disappointing touch from Babuli. It was a great find from Rosario from the deep left-hand side right across the box. Babuli had a bit of space. Unusually, his touch let him down. Here's a chance. Good save.
That was earmarked for the top corner there, but nice save by Coughlin, though, to get his fingertips on it. Keep the MetroStars leading scorer, Dwayne Rosario, off the board so far tonight. Rosario got a little pull on his jersey there. It looks like the Utica got away with that one, but play on they do. 11:05 left now, second quarter. Rosario along the boards, marked closely, but again, he's got the good footwork, Rosario. We've talked about that, and gets himself out of danger there and lays it back for Babuli, who's charging up the field now. About 10 seconds left now in this power play. See if they can do something. Oh, on the doorstep was Rosario. Just couldn't touch it home, though. Wide open net. Oh, too bad.
He just couldn't direct it in. Good. He caught off balance a little bit. Ended up making more of a defensive play. Unfortunately for Rosario, Rodriguez with that cut shot across the goal just had to deflect into the net. Here's another chance. We saw Rodriguez score one of these before.
Nice stop there by Coughlin once again. It was a great pass by Rodriguez, though, and great anticipation by Rosario to get to that spot. He was just leaning the wrong way there, though, wasn't he?
Yeah, I'm not sure it was a pass on purpose, Alex, but it was certainly into a great area, and you have to admire the quality and the anticipation, like you said, of Rosario to just drift into the back area. Just got caught off balance at the wrong moment and ended up keeping it out of the net instead of just deflecting it in. Better play. Wasn't a great power play, but decent at the end there, and they did have a couple of chances. Coughlin looks good yet again. There's a big scream there from MetroStars bench. I think they feel like there was an extra man on the court there for a minute.
Well, it was instantaneous. They were all up in arms there. So they must have seen something they didn't like. Here's Phillips. Phillips is stripped of the ball, though. Roberts, marked by Phillips now. Roberts down the wing. Bounces off Harris, though. Here's Paredes. Back for Harris. Almost missed it there. Zeballos goes up Karen. Clark heads it, though. You see that height superiority that the MetroStars should have for the most part in this game, as well as they got some big defenders out there. Headed into the stands though with 9:31 left in the second quarter. 1-1 between the Mississauga MetroStars and visiting Utica City FC. Alex Bastivansky alongside Stephen Caldwell. Proud to be bringing you the first year of Mississauga MetroStars soccer here in the MASL in their inaugural season. Nice move there. Here's Massimo Mirabelli, another first game player for the MetroStars. As mentioned, looking solid so far, isn't he, Mirabelli?
Yeah, he's really good. An ex-teammate of mine, Alex, at Toronto FC for a little period of time. He was involved with the academy set-up and then, the reserve team. So I know a little bit about him. I've trained with him a few times. He has a lot of quality. He's a great left foot. Good striker back in his day, and I'm sure he has the power and attributes to be a really good arena soccer player.
A lot of room to move here. Petrera in the middle. Shot inside. Oh, nice job by Joseph Karen, but Petrera able to get back on it. That was Callahan looking for his second of the contest there. As we've got 8:35 left in the second quarter here. Great game thus far between the MetroStars and Utica City. Fairly even. Almost stolen there by the Mississauga player. It's Phillips on his man tight. Daru back for Coughlin. There's that long pass up the boards. Tavernese. Oh, almost in. Ceballos back just in time. But there's the slippiness of a Joey Tavernese who knows this game inside out though, and nearly adds his 8th goal of the season there.
Very opportunistic, wasn't it, for Tavernese? He just read the bounce off the boards, tried to just put it over the head of Ceballos. Does well just to get back in the nick of time before it sneaks over. This is a 2v1 chance.
Graham and Rios. Here's Graham, shot. Oh, just off the top of the bar there.
He needed the composure at the last moments. Brilliant skill again from Graham. We see so much quality in his play. Just sometimes misses that final moment. 2v1, used it to his advantage. Rios had gave him the angle on the right-hand side, dragged it to the left, and then just when he needed to settle his nerves and slot it home rather than blast it, just can't find the target.
He had Rios to his right. Elected to shoot there. Here's Babuli with a good chance. Babuli, oh! Coughlin once again, and he's been in the story in this, the first couple quarters here so far, making several big stops for Utica City. Great job by the Utica keeper. What's the call
too many
here?
on here, Alex. They're making a change and came across that dotted white line. Of course, you can't do that when you make the change. You have to wait till your man goes across it. Didn't do it. I'm not certain who it was. May have been Tavernese. Just came on at the wrong moment. It's going to be a man short.
Another opportunity here for the MetroStars. Man advantage. 7:05 left in the second quarter, and a timeout called as the MetroStars want to take a look at things and see if they can possibly break the deadlock in this game. We're going to take a quick break. You're watching Mississauga MetroStars Arena Soccer on MASL TV. We'll be right back.
At Monte Carlo Inns, we're the first to admit there's no place like home. So let us welcome you to the next best place, where guests feel like regulars, even on their first day, where you can be as productive as you like, or, if you choose, not at all. Where quality, service, and value are commitments, not rhetoric. With Toronto at arm's length and everything else within your grasp, Monte Carlo Inns is your home away from home.
Fans, it's time for the Dave & Buster's Energy Meter, and we've got power cards for the loudest fans in the building. Let's hear you make some noise. Come on, fans, let's hear you make some noise. We've got Dave & Buster's power cards. And congratulations to our lucky fans. One of our game day team members will be delivering you your prize shortly.
Penalty to Utica City FC.
Welcome back to Mississauga MetroStars Arena Soccer on MASL TV. Alex Bastiavansky alongside Stephen Caldwell in a golden opportunity here for Mississauga. Dero, one-timer, just couldn't get a full foot on it. But man advantage for the MetroStars as Utica City will attempt to kill off this penalty. Rodriguez, nice footwork. Rodriguez shot deflected just over the net by Utica City defender there.
A great start to the power play. What a ball from Babuli. Just clipped it that far left-hand side where Rosario tried the spectacular decent block, and then footwork from Rodriguez as a defender sitting down on the carpet, and you just can't get it in the back of the net. Deflected again, but good moments in the early stages from the MetroStars.
Rodriguez off the boards and off the Utica City player. Shots 10-10 so far in the game. So even Steven has mentioned this has been an even game so far. Lots of good chances for both teams. And there we go, Rosario! I love it when a player makes me look good. I've been calling this all game. Jonathan Rosario, beautiful footwork, and 2-1 for the MetroStars. The newcomer making things happen.
Yeah, the minute he got it into his feet, I sort of went up on my tiptoes, Alex. I thought something great was going to happen. I know that's his qualities. We saw it the other side there when he couldn't get a shot through himself. Set up Kieran for the first goal. This time he can get the shot. He's a bit more central. He's so elusive, just gets that half yard. And Phil Ianadi spoke to me about a little toe poke. This time it's not, it's more of a strike. But look, just moves it, bang. It's in. Coughlin's got no chance. Great finish. Inspired decision to put him in the squad tonight. An assist and a goal in his first start in the MASL.
Phil said to me before the game, he truly believes that Jonathan could be a top player in this league. Of course, taking a look at Jonathan, and I say this kindly because believe me, my midsection is no better right now, but fitness is one thing he's got to work on a little bit. And that's one of the things that Phil wants to test. And Phil has told me before, he would absolutely be on this team. He would have been on this team. It's not a skill question. It's simply a fitness question right now. Just getting, because Arena's short bursts of running, as you know, Stephen, you trained with the team.
Yep.
You felt what it was like to, and the amount of fitness you have to play in this league, don't you?
Yeah, it's not easy at all. He's got to get a little bit fitter. So that's the challenge that Phil has set out to Jonathan Rosario, but you can see the quality that he has. It's up to him. It's there for him. The rewards are there if you can just put a little bit more work in, and he's been doing that. In fairness to him, it'll take a little bit of time, but he's been doing that, so he gets his rewards tonight. And his coach has been justified by putting him in the lineup. Been terrific in the early stage. You get the ball into him in the tight little positions. His footwork is absolutely outstanding. He moves it really quickly, and there's a shot in before you can even move. Back of the net.
Oh boy, Phillips got dropped there, and yeah, they're going to call that. It's going to be a free kick for the MetroStars. Bit of a cynical tackle there.
There's a chance here to get the overload. I was just watching what referee was going to do there. I thought maybe there was a blue card coming, because it seemed like it was a bit cynical.
They're going to call a timeout to set things up here, so we'll take one as well. As it's a good look for the MetroStars right now, as they are leading 2-1 over the first place Utica City FC squad. As we'll take a quick break. We'll be right back with more Mississauga MetroStars Arena Soccer on MASL TV. Welcome back to Mississauga MetroStars Arena Soccer on MASL TV. Alex Bashabansky alongside Stephen Caldwell. 2-1 MetroStars right now with 5 minutes and 14 seconds left in the second quarter, and a chance to possibly make it a third here as they've got a free kick. Mobabuli, Rodriguez. He's got Graham in the corner. That's about, nice play to Graham. Oh, Graham, shot. Coughlin right there though. And it comes back for Babuli. Zeballos will regroup. Boot it up, looking for Graham in the corner. Here's Big Damien. Could have held on to that one probably, though no one around for help, but in the hands of Coughlin.
Yeah, I'm not sure he was trying to get it to goal or maybe off the boards, but don't mind that positivity from Graham. He had that earlier chance there. A great end to this second quarter. Important, keep the concentration, still a long way to go in arena soccer, 4+ minutes. There we go, it's good high press again from Utica.
In the hands of Zeballos, and they're appealing for, not sure if they're saying that he handled it outside the box.
No, they're saying that he handled basically a pass back, Alex.
Oh, pass back, sorry, pardon me, yes. Okay.
Adrian Kahn, who played it off the boards, and Zeballos just uses his hands to grab it. He's claiming that it was accidental from Adrian Kahn, it wasn't intentional to play it back to Sebastian Zeballos, but the referee deciding that the sort of free kick penalty shot to be given. It's a chance for Utica to draw level.
Gonzaga looking for options here. He calls a timeout as they're going to examine their options here, which means that we'll take a timeout as well. As it's 2-1 for the MetroStars, 4:24 left in the second quarter. We'll be back in just a moment. You're watching Mississauga MetroStars Arena Soccer on MASL TV. Welcome back to Mississauga MetroStars Arena Soccer on MASL TV. Alex Bashabansky alongside Stephen Caldwell. 4:24 left in the second quarter. Dangerous opportunity here for Utica City FC to possibly even it up, as the referee called it a pass back. So it's going to be a great opportunity here for Utica City. They shift along. Gonzaga shot on goal. Nice play by Adrian Kahn. Calling a handball against Utica, so it's going to be a free kick for the MetroStars. That pass back, we saw how the appeal works on the players on the bench sometimes. Baltimore, remember the pass back through the knee. They appealed to the referee, one of them who originally called the pass back, and it was overturned. So MetroStars hoping they possibly could have got that one overturned, but not quite happening, as they thought it was intentional. Almost stolen by Babuli. Oh yeah.
Nice press there from Babuli. Pretty unfortunate it wasn't sitting there to strike towards goal.
Rios.
Yeah, I think that one there, Alex, was maybe a bit more of an interpretation from the referee. The other one was just downright wrong decision, wasn't it? It was a definite knee, and maybe the referee just didn't quite see it right, but needed some help from his other assistants. That one there, I thought that probably the right decision. I'm not sure it was absolutely intentional to get it to Zeballos, but he was trying to get out a dangerous area, and Zeballos should have recognised that and maybe just headed it clear.
Thus far, though, a fantastic job by Zeballos tonight. So you see Utica on the attack. There'll be a chance for Slava. Slava shots. Nice job by Phillips there, though, as Babuli then takes one for the team. Hard shot off the shins as he goes down.
He just pops right back up, doesn't he? And starts running again. He's a hardy character, Mobabuli. Made of strong, stern stuff. Man
who was playing professionally in Syria last season, lured home to his hometown squad for its first year in the MASL by head coach GM Phil Ionati. And Babuli's been absolutely indispensable for Mississauga in their first year, looking like an arena veteran out there most of the time. Mo has been. Scored some key goals as we've got 2:45 left now in the second quarter. Ceballos playing with 5 there once again. Gets away with it though. Looking in the middle. Dero will intercept. Back for Ceballos.
One thing I will say, Alex, about a goalkeeper is you can't half play. You've got to be bold. You've got to be brave. And Ceballos has certainly shown that there. He tries to split forwards. I'll talk about how he's total football, but I think he's been terrific. And after that mishap, it would have been easy to get nervous and then start to play it forward a bit more direct. But he's not done that, has he? He's provided the angles. He's been there again, as always. They should be delighted with his debut here tonight.
No, he got knocked down. He got up again right away, no question about it. Playing this game with no fear, Ceballos. Slava off to the side here. Ceballos smothers, looks upfield quickly. Damian Graham, he's got Dero, and he's got Mirabelli on the far side as well, but this is Dero with the pass, and Coughlin corrals it.
Yeah, it was the wrong ball from Graham. He should have went across to Mirabelli in a bit more space, more of a percentage ball. Here's Slava.
Slava just couldn't corral it though.
He's had the difficult half, hasn't he? He's not quite clicked for him. You can see he's got the quality with that left foot and the strength and the ability, but nothing's really happened from Rosario in a bit of space here.
Graham. Intercepted though. Yeah, no, Slava not quite his usual form tonight. Hasn't looked like he's really got a feel for it thus far. Of course, that can change in a heartbeat, and so can the score in arena soccer. If you're tuning in for the first time, 2-1 is a bit of an unusual score actually after really a full half of play, because well, we've seen some high scores so far this year. Just their last 3 games: 7-6, 6-5, 8-2, 3 goals in the first half. Definitely not the norm in arena soccer. You can see it turn very, very quickly as Utica looks to try to even it up before the buzzer sounds and the team's going to the dressing room for the first half break. Slava off to the side here, marked closely by Rosario. Oh, great job by Rosario. He's been the man of the match so far for Mississauga tonight in his first match with the big club in the MASL after getting called up from the APL.
Yeah, it's been short shifts from Rosario. It's not been on for a great period of time, but every shift he's been on, it feels like something meaningful's happened from his play. 1 assist and 1 goal. That's the key to this game. It's not about being out there and being a hero in 2, 3, 4 minute shifts. It's about short and sharp, having an impact, getting off, getting your rest, using the rotation of your squad, of your players. I think Rosario's did that quite well tonight for the MetroStars.
And he's just looked so clinical when he gets it. We see a foul there that's been called and a blue card. Ouch.
Yeah.
Against Alberto Harris, so he'll exit for 2 minutes, and Utica will have a golden opportunity here to possibly even it up before halftime. But yeah, he's been absolutely clinical, hasn't he? The beautiful pass off the glass that led to the goal by Yusuf Karen, and then in tight, the quick little footwork, and then potted his first goal as a Mississauga MetroStar. But Phil keeping him on short shifts, and boy, that's efficiency.
Yeah.
That's what that is, 2 points on a couple shifts there. So 24.5 seconds left here in the opening half of play. Don't go anywhere at halftime. Stephen Caldwell, myself will be joined by Canadian soccer legend Bob Yarushi in the zone to take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. And boy, our panel's just getting better and better every week. At Alpha Blastus in the pregame, and Bob Yarushi, who filled in for you while you were gone and did a fantastic job. Bob, really great insight into the game,
stuff.
Of course.
Yep. He knows his game, he's played it, been there and done it at a tremendous level.
A man who played with, boy, it seems like everybody, all the greats.
Every legend of the game.
Johan Cruyff, Pele, Beckenbauer, Eusebio, one of my favorites when I was a youngster, Giorgio Canaglia. And of course, he has arena experience as Bob Yarushi, playing in the old Arena Soccer League in the late 70s and 80s. So it was great to get his insight last week as you were bronzing yourself or reddening yourself, I suppose you'd call it, on a beach in Cancun with the family. As we see the Mississauga City supporters group, they've been great this year over the few home games we've had here in Mississauga, just getting the fans involved. Love it when they get that Viking clap going as well. All right, it's under 20 seconds left here. Utica City trying to even it up. Going to the dressing room with a bit of momentum. MetroStars would love to shut them down, and they will whistle that down, and it will be another dangerous chance here on the edge of the Mississauga box. Free kick for Utica. Tavernese, 27, right there. Keep a close eye on him. He's got a absolutely killer right foot. He moves inside, they lay it off all back, and great defensive play though by Sean Brown. I think he took that one off the back of the head actually. 3 seconds left, shot, oh, and a goal! Boy, oh boy, Lucio Gonzaga evens it up for Utica City. That is a backbreaker with 1.7 seconds left in the opening half, and it's a 2-2 game, Stephen.
Sickening blow for the MetroStars. Came from that free kick when tremendous block from Brown from Gonzaga, and as it came back to him, Brown was out there again. He's outstanding at these power plays. He's trying to move his feet, but Gonzaga just arrows a shot into the bottom corner. Ceballos can't get the hands to it. This is going to be a tied game, isn't it, at the break?
I think if you would have asked Coach Phil Ionati before the game, he would have absolutely taken this at halftime against a tough Utica City team. But unfortunate because Mississauga, I think for the most part, has held the balance of play in the opening half. And tough to give up that late goal like that, but still, great game so far. 2-2 at the half. We'll be back in a couple of minutes for the zone with myself, Stephen Caldwell, and Bobby Arushi. You're watching Mississauga MetroStars Arena Soccer on MASL TV.
Fans, after tonight's game, your Mississauga MetroStars head out on a 6-game road trip but will return to the Paramount Fine Food Center on Friday, February 15th to host the visiting Baltimore Blast. Kickoff at 7:30 p.m. Tickets are still available. Visit MississaugaMetroStars.ca for more details. Fans, stay up to date with the latest MetroStars news, views, and player moves on our website, MississaugaMetroStars.ca, or follow us on social media at Saga MetroStars on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
Welcome, everyone. I left my voice somewhere else. Here's Lucas.
Hi, MetroStars fans. I'm Lucas, and I'm here with Tom, the inventor of the EasyNet, which is now in 25 countries. So, Tom, why did you create the EasyNet?
I have no voice. Go, Lucas.
Well, the EasyNet is amazing. It's nearly impossible to break, and you can take it anywhere. Right now in front of us, we have the 4x6 EasyNet, which is amazing for younger age groups, 3 to 5, which is amazing so that you have to shoot on a big goal. Also, it's amazing for target practice for passing and shooting in the corners. This EasyNet is so hard, it is amazing.
How long have you had EasyNets?
I've had EasyNets for years, and I coached with them. These EasyNets are amazing. You can use them for so many purposes. There's so many different kinds of them. The EasyNets are just plain awesome. So, Tom, I can put the EasyNet very fast up and down. It's very simple to put up, and it's very not at all hard to learn how to set up. This EasyNet is amazing. Thank you, MetroStars fans. Everyone should buy this EasyNet. Thank you.
Fans, please welcome to the pitch the kids from Oakville Blue Devils U9 and U10 and Asante SC, presented by EasyNet.
Everybody, welcome to The Zone, the halftime show for your Mississauga MetroStars. Alex Bastiavansky alongside two soccer legends here. Our panel's getting better and better every week. Stephen Caldwell and Bobby Arushi joining us for a second straight game. Guys, encouraging stuff in the first half, wasn't it, for the MetroStars? They're 2-2 against what's been a very strong Utica City FC so far this year.
Yeah, I thought it was an excellent start from Mississauga. I thought they managed the game very well, like I said on the broadcast, Alex. They were playing the game more to their style, Bob, allowing themselves to come into it, not conceding the early, silly goals that put them in a bit of a hole at the start.
Well, unlike the game against Milwaukee where, you know, for the first 5 minutes they weren't in the game at all, I thought they were sharp. I thought that they had done their homework in practice. It looked that way. Distribution much better. And they just need to take advantage of some of the opportunities. Babuli had some great chances in the second quarter. I thought they could have gone up 3-1 at that point.
Well, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to take a look at all the goals from the first half of play, actually. So stick around. We'll be right back on The Zone.
You're watching the Mississauga MetroStars on MASL TV. Catch every game each week on the league's official streaming home, masl.tv. Get the latest news on the MASL and your favorite teams. Make sure you are following MASL Soccer on Facebook and Instagram, and MASL Arena on Twitter. Outside of being on the team, the best way to know what's happening in the MASL is to tune into Kick This. Every weekend, Soccer Sam discusses the ins and outs of all the MASL action. Find Kick This every Saturday at 11 a.m. on iHeartRadio.
Hey, welcome back to The Zone. Alex Bastiavansky alongside Stephen Caldwell and Bob Yarushi. As we're going to take a look at all the goals from the first half of play, actually encouraging stuff from the MetroStars. I want to start with the first one. There's a new man in the lineup in Jonathan Rosario for the MetroStars today, who's put in his time in the Arena Premier League playing for Italy AC, and he steps into the lineup for the MetroStars for the first time tonight, but you can see how well he knows that game and the way he used those boards.
Yeah, he's looked very comfortable. I think that he's had short, sharp shifts, but when he's been out there, he's been really good, Alex. And here is that first goal, using the boards extremely well, plays it off the air. And I have to say, what a brilliant finish that is from a defender in Karen Bob, isn't it? He just adjusts his feet, puts it into the top corner.
And we were always commenting about how you've got to learn how to play the angles and the boards in this game to be effective. That was an excellent example and tremendous finish. I agree.
There was zero hesitation from Rosario. It was like, I don't know if he took a second, took a look at the second before he hit it, but I just love the way he knows the angles. And I was saying to you, give this guy an inch, he'll take a ball. We'll find out in a second, actually. First, we got to take a look at the first goal for the visitors, Utica City FC, and it was an unfortunate giveaway in front of the net, wasn't it? They left the cage open, and the pass didn't quite make it across, and Utica took full advantage.
Yeah, it wasn't a great situation. It was a nice ball down the channel, and as Zabayos is trying to play there, Bob, he should probably just play that one forward. He's been excellent in the goal in his debut, but Callahan ends up blocking, tackling it into the net, but I thought Zabayos should have played the ball up the field.
Well, definitely a mistake in decision-making, but how that's not a foul, I'll never know. Straight leg. I thought that the referee has to intervene there on that play.
Take a look at the third goal now for the MetroStars, and it's the man, Rosario. Absolutely gorgeous footwork in front of the net, and he notches his first as a Mississauga MetroStar. Look at the footwork here. Boom.
Brilliant feet, isn't it? When he gets the ball into him like that, he is so elusive. He rolls it with the top of his foot. He's predominantly left-footed. You don't know what way he's going to go, and then he strikes it so quickly. The goalkeeper has no chance. Callahan had a good first half for Utica, but he had no chance with that one ball because he hits it so early.
Well, he hits it early, and I like the way he didn't go the first time. He faked a bit, and then it caused the defender to be indecisive in terms of when to go. When he went, it went through his legs, and then, as you said, no chance for the goalkeeper.
Yeah, Rosario's been, I talked to Coach Iannati before the game, and he was inserting him into the lineup for the first time. He said he was going to ease him in, play him maybe once every couple of shifts or something. I think he's going to rethink that strategy in the second half because he's been absolutely clinical for them out so far in the game. Let's take a look at the fourth goal of the first half now, and a backbreaker. So unfortunate. They've done so well throughout the entire half, but Utica City takes advantage with, I believe, about 1.4 seconds left. Here it is.
Yeah, it's a killer, isn't it? They defended so well. It's from the power play. An earlier shot was blocked by Brown from Gonzaga, and as it comes back to him, he can't move his feet quick enough. Gonzaga arrows it into the corner.
And it's so sad because Mississauga has been blocking shots all game. They were excellent at blocking shots, preventing the ball to get to the goalie. With 1 second to go, that happens. It's very discouraging.
You were there, of course, for the last game. We saw Adrian Becic in goal. Zabayos towards the end, and one of the things you pointed out, Bob, was how much you liked Zabayos and what he did with his feet. He showed a lot of confidence out there, handling the ball at his feet. You've seen that as well in this game, aren't you?
Well, they're not knocking that ball to the diagonal corner,
that's right.
Which I'm glad they're not. The only one time that the goalie sent it down and it was captured by the opposing goalie. Otherwise, the distribution has been defeat, and I think that's how it should stay.
And they're not pressing the MetroStars quite as fiercely as Milwaukee was in their own end, because every time Mississauga tried to break out of their own end, Milwaukee was right on them, weren't they? And they're not quite as fierce in their attack in the MetroStars end when they're trying to get the ball out, our Utica City.
Yeah, I thought they tried to press a little bit at the start, Bob. I don't know what you thought, but Zabayos' quality, meant that they were discouraged. They didn't want to do it so much. Then it allowed that space. That's why you have to play the ball. If they just keep playing that long ball from the start, it's so obvious, it's too predictable. But they mixed the game up a little bit tonight, playing the shorter stuff, discouraged Utica, made them sit back, and then allowed them to break out from the back.
Agreed. And in this game, when the ball's in the air, it's hard to bring down. You get pressured. The defense can get back and get coordinated. You have to keep it on the ground and then force the one-on-one situations in the game of arena soccer, one-on-one, to create the odd man advantage.
Is this kind of like night and day, Bob, for you, what they did against Milwaukee and the way they've played so far? Just talk about what you've liked and how the MetroStars have played tonight versus the last game.
I think it's, I wouldn't say night and day, but a lot of improvement, Alex. And I see the team sharp. I think they're focused, and they know they have to come away with a win today.
We'll see how they do here. Encouraging stuff so far. Really, guys, just a great game all around. 2-2 after the first half. Two very evenly matched teams so far. We'll see how the last 30 minutes go. For Stephen Caldwell and Bob Yarushi, I'm Alex Bastiavansky. We'll see you after the game.
Fans, after tonight's game, your Mississauga MetroStars head on a 6-game road trip and return to the Paramount Fine Food Center on Friday, February 15th to host the visiting Baltimore Blast. Kickoff for that game will be at 7:30 p.m. And if you'd like to purchase yourself tickets, visit MississaugaMetroStars.ca.
MetroStars fans, we're ready to go for the second half. Let's hear you make some noise.
Welcome back to Mississauga MetroStars Arena Soccer on MASL TV. Alex Bastiavansky alongside Stephen Caldwell as we're about to start the second half of play, although it says 2.3 seconds left on the clock. That is false, trust me. As we're about to start a fresh 15 minutes here. As it's a 2-2 contest, a evenly matched first half of play between the 5-2 Utica City FC, who currently lead the East Division, and your MetroStars trying to nab their third win of the season here in front of their home fans. Shots after the first half of play, 15-13 for Utica City FC. So as mentioned, it very evenly matched throughout the entire game on the score, and the shot clock is most even.
Yeah, nothing in the game, isn't it? It's been a tight game. We didn't expect 2-2 scoreline after the first half of arena soccer, but you know, I think Coughlin's had a decent match, but you know, there's not been a lot of magnificent saves. It just shows you that it's been a tight game. It's a bit of a tactical battle, but Mississauga have equipped themselves really, really well.
Zabias goes up to grab the ball. He's been very good so far for the MetroStars. Getting the start here today over incumbent Adrian Vecic, making a few nice saves and showing a lot of confidence and poise with the ball at his feet as well, adding an extra element for the MetroStars in this lineup. We get underway here in the second half of play. Gonzaga laying it back, marked by Mobabuli. Rodriguez covering his man. Bit of a room here in the middle. Shot on goal, and it's in. Just like that, Vittorio Petrella 3-2 Utica City, and you could see that defensive breakdown happening. There was too much of a hole there, and he took advantage right up the middle, Stephen.
Yeah, he did. He was right in the middle all alone, Pereira, and into the back of the net. I have to say it was wonderful football. Great play. Pereira was part of the earlier move. Little give and go there. Terrific with Callahan, the goal scorer of that first goal. Brilliant football from Utica. Brilliant arena soccer. Quick, incisive, one-touch stuff in the back of the net. For the first time tonight, the MetroStars are behind.
Well, great stuff for Utica. Discouraging for Mississauga. Certainly not the way they wanted to start the second half of play, and now they got a bit of a hole to dig out of. Single goal, but unfortunate they were that close to going into the dressing room with a 2-1 lead and gave up a goal with just a couple seconds left in the opening half for Utica City to even it up, but shot just wide of the goal by Utica City. But Utica looks like an entirely different team here to start off this second half of play.
Yeah, well, we expected the reaction, didn't we? And there's going to be a period where they're on top. I don't think they played well at all. It's awful.
Oh, really given right away there to Phillips.
That was a shocking.
That was a bit of a bizarre
changeover, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Slava and Gonzaga, two of their more prominent players as well, but there was a real breakdown in communication there.
Well, they were very casual about it, weren't they? Not quite sure what they were thinking.
It was Gonzaga that went off, and he sort of left it at the the dotted white line where it has to be.
Nobody jumped on.
And Slava was dreaming; he wasn't ready to come on the field. Phillips maybe should have done a bit better. I think Gonzaga was pretty smart actually, because Slava was so far behind the boards that if he had just left the ball, Phillips was through, Alex, but he managed to put a little bit of a block tackle, which gave Slava time to get onto the field and thwart the danger, but not something you expect of a team of the quality of Utica, and obviously the experience to make a change like that.
And an experienced team they are, no question about it. This is a team that, I mentioned, played in Syracuse previously for years. Originally founded in 2010 as BC Grand cleared off the line as the Syracuse Silver Knights. Last year lost in the division finals. Actually the best regular season they've ever had, regular season record, pardon me, last season, led there by head coach Ryan Hall in his second year as head coach in the MASL. So a lot of experience on this Utica squad, some very high-end players. Of course, missing their team captain today, but so no scoring power out there, and they're up 3-2 right now. Shot on goal. Ceballos turns that away. Delamar. Gonzaga. Off to the wing. Nice job by Dero to get his foot in the way of that. 12-13 left in the third quarter here. As you hear the Saga City supporters group in the background. They're doing their job to get the fans fired up here. A lot to be excited about. Mississauga staying close to one of the premier teams of the MASL this year. Roberts. Mississauga doing a good job as far as just keeping them to the outside in this sequence. No penetrating so far. Gonzaga puts it back, he'll jump off. That's a better shift, better change there than the last one. Dero getting in the way, back to Ceballos, and he'll corral it and toss it down the field for Damian Graham. Here's Mo, he'll have a bit of room. Mo Babuli. Babuli cutting to the right. Oh, nice defensive play though. Out front and back into the hands of Coughlin.
Yeah, it was a long ball. Ceballos to Graham, and Babuli and Graham do really well to create that 1v1 that Bob spoke so importantly about a halftime segment there. That's the key to this arena soccer is the 1v1s, and you want guys like Mo Babuli in that situation. Brilliant block, and then managed to just squeeze the rebound off the boards. But a little bit better. It's been a difficult and disappointing start to this third quarter. The start of the second half from the MetroStars. Been dominated by Utica. They went into the lead and they've had a lot of the ball in the Mississauga defensive half.
Shot there by Phillips. Blocked though. As we see Rosario back on the field for Mississauga. Goal and assist so far in his very first game as a Mississauga MetroStar. Number 99. Trying to get the ball right now. Intercepted though by Utica. Rosario doing a good job of getting back there to cut it off. So we've got 10 10 minutes, 15 seconds left here in the third quarter of play. Utica City FC in the blue and white, Mississauga in the orange and blue. 3-2 for UCFC at this point. The tally. Back. Sars. Phillips, great job though. He's got Rios to his right. He gets it to Rios. Nah, just not enough though, unfortunately. Intercepted by Utica City, and they'll turn it back up once again with 9:45 left in the third quarter. Bordeaux, shot off the glass. Rios on it. To Mirabelli, another first game man for Mississauga. Back for Adrian Can, former TFC defender. Rodriguez, Ceballos. Ceballos giving it away though, and here's a chance. Gonzaga cuts to the middle. Gonzaga right there. Oh, I'm not sure if that was deflected away by a MetroStar there, Stephen.
I think it might have been Babuli.
Yeah. Babuli, great defensive play if that's the case.
Oh, it was incredible. It looked like it had to be a goal from Utica. It was a bad giveaway from Ceballos, a lack of communication between Babuli and Ceballos. Babuli went long, Ceballos played it short, and it was 3v1, just the goalkeeper to beat. But Babuli, showing that appetite to get back and defend as well, just manages to get a little touch, or at least cause enough confusion that there was some kind of deflection there that meant it didn't go in the back of the net.
Oh, nice play here. Slava let it off for Peru. Peru. Back. As they say in hockey, when a player's got a full game, got a full 200-foot game, well, that applies to arena soccer as well. From board to board, glass to glass, that's Mobabuli. Oh, just off the outside of the net there. Now, great stop by Ceballos, right back into his hands. But that's what we've seen from Babuli. Timely goals, the Mo Magic, as you like to call it the other day, which he certainly gives up, and also defensive responsibility, which obviously Coach Phil Iannotti loves to see.
I think it's a vital part of his game. I actually think that maybe could turn into a bit of a midfielder as well for the MetroStars. Maybe that takes away his 1v1 qualities, because he does have the power, ability to go either side in that situation. But is Mississauga looking for that central midfield player? Maybe Babuli can fill that void.
So MetroStars, a bit of work to do here, down by a single marker to Utica City as the ball goes out of bounds. And that will be Utica City playing the ball in. And I believe they're calling a timeout here. 7:34 left in the third quarter. I'm asking you because that is a question. Yes, they are. They're taking a timeout, so we will too. You're watching Mississauga MetroStars Arena Soccer on MASL TV. We'll be right back.
Fans, I'm here with Jose, and we're gonna play Spot the Ball. So how it works is we're gonna put up pictures of MetroStars players. The ball is going to be covered, and you just need to tell me if the ball is under 1, 2, or 3, okay? And fans, make sure you help Jose out here. Here is your first slide. All right, where do we think the ball is hidden? Is it under 1, 2, or 3?
1.
He's going with 1. And you are correct. Nicely done, Jose. All right, moving on to slide number 2. Is it under spot 1, 2, or 3? What do we think, fans?
2.
Okay, Jose's going with 2. Is he correct? He is. All right, he's 2 for 2. Moving on to our third and final slide. Okay, it's a little bit harder. Is it under 1, 2, or 3? Fans, help Jose out. Can he go 3 for 3?
1.
Okay, Jose is saying 1, and he's got a perfect 3 for 3. Nicely done, Jose. You're going home with this team autographed MetroStars ball. Thanks for playing.
Welcome back to Mississauga MetroStars Arena Soccer on MASL TV. Alex Bastiavansky alongside Stephen Caldwell. 3-2 for the visiting Utica City FC. As we've got 7 minutes, 15 seconds left here in the third quarter. Stephen, MetroStars doing a great job of blocking shots, apparently, according to the statistician in this game, aren't they?
Yeah, 10 block shots, which is very, very impressive, and it's needed in this game, isn't it? And I don't know, a bit surprised because it doesn't seem like Utica have had that many chances, but it shows you they're putting their bodies in the line, they're getting themselves in the way of shots, trying to protect the debutant goalkeeper, Zabayos.
Up-to-date shots so far, Utica 19 shots on goal, MetroStars 15. So Utica definitely getting a few more chances than the MetroStars, as the MetroStars didn't have such a great start to the third quarter. There's Rosario inside, shot on goal. Oh, nice save by Coughlin.
Almost sneaked in, didn't it? He just got that right hand down. Here's a chance. Good tackle.
Stripped, yeah. But Coughlin just got down and dirty there and got his paws on it just right on the goal line to keep it out, and that was a push off there by Utica City.
Yeah, Roberts on the far side there.
Yeah, good call though. Definitely pushed off. The MetroStars free kick here. But yeah, that was Damian Graham once again showing his talents. Again, Graham wasn't in the starting lineup until he notched a hat trick against the Orlando Seawolves about 3 weeks ago now, roughly. Coach Iannati put him into the starting lineup for the next game against Harrisburg, and he rewarded the coach right away. Made him look like a genius by having a fantastic game against Harrisburg. And he's been in the starting lineup ever since. So we see Adrian Can poke it away. Here's D-Row. He's got aforementioned Damien on the wing. Good idea there as he tried to wrap it around, hoping to get a nice bounce out front.
Something just clings to the boards like that, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Makes the player look a little bit foolish, but the idea is right to try and get it off the boards to someone coming through the middle. It's not possible, to good save with the leg.
Great save.
Get it to him direct, so you have to come off the boards. Here's Babuli, can he drive forward here? Go on, have a run.
Little space, shot on goal. Stopped by Coughlin, there's Graham. Nobody out there to collect it though. Yeah, you never entirely know what kind of bounce you're going to get off the boards.
No.
There could be a spin on it as well, or it may come have an interesting ricochet off. So it's not a bad idea at all. As we see Graham get more and more comfortable with the arena game, using those glass and the boards to his advantage. Just under 5:15 left now in the third quarter of play. 3-2 for UCFC. A very even game so far between two squads who are in the first year of existence in their cities. MetroStars, an expansion team, though, very first year of existence, period. Utica coming over from Syracuse after 7 seasons as the Syracuse Silver Knights. Experienced squad. It's gotten off to a great start this year in the MASL. 5-2 record. Leading the way in the East Division, which is saying something considering the 3-time defending MASL champion Baltimore Blast are also in that division. Taking 2 out of 3 as well this season so far against the Blast. No small feat, Stephen.
No, we saw how good the Blasts were. And it shows you how well Utica have been playing. We're starting to see more like themselves. That was a chance at the back post there. Way, was it?
Yeah, great chance for Petrero. Almost had his second in the game. Just couldn't pot it. Phillips off. Loving the footwork there from Rodriguez as well as he spins off his man. Looking up for Adrian Can, but just couldn't find the target.
Different pace to the game now, isn't it? It's a bit more end-to-end. Looks like it suits Utica that little bit.
Bit more frantic. Utica not giving Mississauga quite as much room and staying on them a lot quicker on the offensive end. Played off the boards, all right back, shot on goal, Zabayos!
Save.
Save of the game from Sebastian Zabayos.
Point blank range, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
Roberts
gorgeous.
it was. Just free all alone, powered it into the net. Zabayos was there, stood tall, kept himself big. Brilliant, brave save from Sebastian Zabayos.
There it is. Shot on goal, Zabayos. Oh, love seeing that. He may be winning himself into a permanent job as the starter here as Coach Iannati, one of the reasons he inserted him into the lineup, as mentioned, was his footwork. The fact that he adds another dimension out there. He's able to handle the ball very well at his feet, but boy, oh boy, he's making some tremendous stops here for the MetroStars. Ceballos also plays in the Arena Premier League for the Caribbean Stars powerhouse squad in the feeder league for the Mississauga MetroStars. But looking like he could possibly win a full-time position here with the Stars in the big league. As getting dropped was Massimo Mirabelli there, Stephen, taking one in the face.
Yeah, I think it's an wrong decision to give Vitali a blue card for that. I thought it was coming together. There's no doubt Mirabelli's hurt. We see it again here. It was just a clash of heads. I just think that's a 50-50 ball. I mean, if you give the foul to Mississauga, then fair enough, but I don't think it warranted a blue card. I think, like I said, Mirabelli is hurt. There was a collision of the heads there. I'm not blaming him for staying down at all, but I just think the referee reacted to that. He didn't quite see the incident, and he's put Vitali in the penalty box. It's going to be a power play for Mississauga, a very, very important power play with 3:15 left in the third quarter that they have to really capitalise on.
You see the MetroStars trainer attending to Mirabelli. Looked worrisome for a second there because he wasn't moving much, but he's up on his feet now. So Massimo, big strong boy. Almost like it was a shoulder that he took there. I don't know if it was a head clash or if it was shoulders, but
I thought that maybe Vitali just kind of won the ball first, which then meant that Mirabelli's head came into his head. A little bit of a knock there, maybe a bit of a bruised eye, but there certainly doesn't seem to be any blood or that. No split of the eye or of the cheekbone. Yeah. No intent at all. You got to hit the nail on the head there, Alex. It was no intent. So to me, I don't see how that could be a blue card. But anyway, he's in the box, and it's a chance for Mississauga to capitalise.
Golden opportunity for the MetroStars here on the power play. Minute 50 to work with remaining in this, as they'll try to notch a third, even things up. Rodriguez, Babuli, Graham, Rosario, and Dero, the 5 men up for the MetroStars. As you see the confidence Coach Iannati has, as Babuli gives it away but wins it back. But the confidence Coach Phil Iannati is showing in Rosario in his very first game here is tremendous. Babuli has got Rosario off in the wing. Goes cross pitch for Dero. Back to Rodriguez, one-timer. Defensive play by Utica to knock it out of the way. Dero, Babuli. Rodriguez. Let's see if they use Rosario this time. They do. There's Rosario in the corner. Oh, good try. Nailed it off the glass. Rosario collects. Graham. Whiffed on the one-timer out front. Rosario was going down, though. Lost his footing there, didn't he?
Oh, what a chance. Graham off the boards. I thought Graham chose the wrong option. He was fortunate that it fell to Rosario. There was a spare man on the opposite side, and Babuli and Graham should have made the pass, but he went across the boards, and Rosario came across the front, just lost his foot, and standing foot just broke from him at the wrong moment. Here he is again.
Cross pitch for De Rosario. Boy, Rosario could have 3 so far. He missed the one at the side of the net, unfortunately, where he was leaning the wrong way. That wasn't his fault, and on this one, unfortunately, just losing his footing as he fights for it. And finally gets whistled down, and interesting call on the whistle there. There was no handball or anything. I don't know what they're whistling it for.
Well, it's dangerous play if he holds it between his feet like that. He's claiming that he didn't really mean it, but I think he was playing it a bit coy there, and referee doesn't really want, well, this could be a dangerous one. We saw that one we were into the boards last week. There was a blue card given, wasn't there?
It was.
The power play.
I think he held up a little bit more on this one, so no blue card this time. Of course, Utica will be looking for the classic even up call if it happens, though. If it's at all considered that maybe that was a weak call against the MetroStars, you never know what the officials might do. They could be looking for any chance to give it one Babuli shot. Good to see Massimo Mirabelli out there, though, no worse for wear. Big number 12 for the MetroStars in the unmissable pink shoes. Back on the pitch, though. Just a minute even now left in the third quarter. 3-2 for Utica City. And they've effectively killed off that blue card penalty. So back to 6-on-6 action here at the Paramount Fine Food Center. Utica on the attack. Oh, great play by Rodriguez. Mississauga turns it upfield now. He's got Matt Rios on the far side. He goes to Dero. Dero along the boards. He's got Rodriguez. Back for Marco. Here we go. Rios, and he had
Mirabelli
right there.
went the wrong direction.
Not sure if he saw him or not.
Even if he had left it, I think Mirabelli just walks right onto it, Alex.
Absolutely, but here comes Utica. Here's Slava. Slava in tight once again.
What a save.
Zeballos. The story of the game for the MetroStars, another big stop.
No, it's a huge moment in what's been a very, very tight match. The star player for Utica, Slava, just in front of goal. Great little drag. I think he's going to hit it with his left. Just drags it across his body. And then with the outside of the left foot, drags the pocket past. Zeballos can't do it. What a big moment in a match. You have to feel, like I said, in such a tight game with a 2-goal lead going into the fourth quarter, Utica would have been favourites to come away with a win. And so how important is that going to be in the context of the next 15 minutes and 15 seconds?
Not much margin for error.
No.
Down the stretch here. And that's Zeballos robbing Slava. We've really seen him after a relatively quiet first half. He's really picked it up in the third quarter, hasn't he? The leading scorer.
He's got the quality, Alex, but it's not really been his night, has it? You know, even with that one there, you would expect him to put it into the back of the net once his skill. Oh,
close.
There we go.
Yep.
Once his skill gets him there, but he can't do it. The ball not quite falling for him, much to the relief of the MetroStars.
As Utica just lets the buzzer go, they don't make an attempt for a final shot. They're happy to take a 3-2 lead here. Into the brief break, as we're going to take a quick timeout ourselves. You're watching Mississauga MetroStars Arena Soccer on MASL TV. We'll be right back.
Fans, following tonight's game, your Mississauga MetroStars will head on a 6-game road trip and return here to the Paramount Fine Food Center on Friday, February 15th to host the Baltimore Blast. Kickoff will be at 7:30 p.m. Just visit MississaugaMetroStars.ca to purchase your tickets.
We have a couple of birthdays in the house tonight. Happy 13th birthday to Jewel Grant Lewis from Asante Elite Soccer Club. We also have an early birthday celebration with us this evening. The MetroStars would like to wish Jacob a very happy 6th birthday. Thank you for celebrating with us, and enjoy the rest of the match.
All right, fans, our game day crew is out on the field because it's time for a merch toss. We're only going to give them to the fans who are cheering the loudest. Who wants one? All right. Come on, fans, let's hear you make noise. We got merch to give away.
Welcome back to Mississauga MetroStars Arena Soccer on MASL TV. Alex Bastiavansky alongside Stephen Caldwell as we move into, well, what could be the last 15 minutes of this game, but if the MetroStars can tie it up, you never know. We've already seen overtime about a week and a half ago against Baltimore, but MetroStars are going to get there first, down a goal against Utica. They got a full quarter to work with here, though, Stephen.
There's still plenty of time. Goals can come in thick and fast. It's been a tight game. I think MetroStars maybe lost their way a touch in the third quarter. Try and get back to that quality they showed in the first 2 quarters of this arena soccer match.
A couple of very big saves by keeper Sebastian Zeballos, keeping them tight with Utica so far. Shots, 25 for UCFC, 19 for Mississauga is once again in tight. Blasted just over top of the net, but Mississauga getting in trouble once again in front of their own net. Getting a little bit too cute there. Shot on goal, just wide.
They were riding their luck there, wasn't it? There was a great interception from Adrian Can.
I still feel like they're playing around with the ball a bit too much in front of their own net. Too much side to side at times, but you see Slava going to work. Denied though by Paredes. Out front, really seeing UCFC on the offensive press a lot more right now. Ramin is played by Adrian Can. Mississauga just can't seem to get control here. Babuli back for Ceballos. Over the side again. And that's Paredes marked closely by Slava. There's Dero. Off the boards. Let's get it out of their own end now. Dero moving it up. He's got Graham on the right. He's got Paredes on the left. Dero holds on. Dero. Graham. To Babuli. Babuli still has a shot on goal. Nice defensive play by Utica to block the shot, though. A lot happening there, but no execution, unfortunately.
Well, it was great play from De Rosario. His biggest moment of the match, back defensively, using that strength, know-how, and then bursts through the middle of the field. 3v2 situation, uses it well to Graham. Graham should have went back to De Rosario. He didn't, but Babuli followed it up and blasted the shot towards goal. It's going in the back of the net, but for a block. Timely bought by the Utica defender.
And Rosario gets whistled for the infraction there. It's going to be a Utica City ball here with 12:35 left in the fourth quarter. Gonzaga, marked by Alberto Harris, another player from Croatia AC in the APL. So we see Rios sliding there, deflecting it off into the stands. 27-20 or shots on goal for UCFC right now. Block shots, 13 for the MetroStars now to 8 for Utica City. 12 total fouls for City, 7 for Mississauga. So we've seen 2 man advantages in this game so far for the MetroStars. Unable to convert thus far though. Gonzaga. Back from Malice. 12 minutes even now, remaining in the fourth quarter of play. As Harris moves up to challenge his man. Gonzaga playing it off to the wing though. Rodriguez right there to mark him. Back for Gonzaga once again. It's Holly. As Gonzaga switches off. Fresh legs on now for UCFC. Moving to it. Harris marking his man closely. It was a steal, pardon me, Phillips. No help there as he was on his own. And Utica manages to control. Rodriguez moving up the challenge. Daru, marked by Matt Rios. Played across. Still a single goal separating these two squads. Utica City 3, Mississauga 2, live at the Paramount Fine Food Center here in Mississauga, Ontario, Canada. As you see the Mississauga City supporters group making their voices heard, trying to will their team on to get the tying marker here against the Utica team that so far has been dominant this season. As we see Dero cutting to the middle, shot, but
great block.
Yeah, excellent block there by Nate Bordeaux.
Dero getting more and more into a match. He saved himself for this last quarter. He has some energy. He's not had a lot of shifts because of that groin injury, but he's out there much more in these stages. Come on, a moment of magic from Babuli.
Back for Dwayne. Cut into the middle, shot off the glass. Paredes will come back to get it. Ceballos, we'll see Ceballos moving further and further up, as of course now he can move over midfield in the fourth quarter. Can't do that before then. But now you'll see him up there as that sixth man. Utica City breaks out though. Tavernese, he gets dropped by Babuli, who shouts a complaint, quickly taken by Utica. They thought they should have been able to take it, but the referee points back to the spot and they'll have to start over.
Yeah, sharp play from Tavernese. He played in his captain Bordeaux. I thought it should have been allowed. Maybe about, I don't know, a yard and a half from where it actually happened. It should have been advantage played, but referee drags it back. Much to the relief of the MetroStars, but Babuli was penalised for that infringement. I thought, oh, it looked shoulder to shoulder, Alex. Don't know what you think.
Well, I thought he got him a bit from behind.
Yeah.
There. was, but not sure that one was quite so 50-50. That was the right call, but luckily for the MetroStars, as you mentioned, the referee did not call advantage or allow the quick kick because they would have been off on a break there. So 9:44 left in the fourth quarter of play. Alex Bastiavanski alongside Stephen Caldwell as we continue this adventure in the very first season in the history of the Mississauga MetroStars, the first Canadian team in the Major Arena Soccer League. Babuli cutting to the middle. Babuli trying to work that Mo magic. Josh Paredes, he's got Can to the side. He lays it off for him. Adrian Can looking for Dero in the middle. Calling for it. Dero playing it back for Graham now. Graham down the wing. Fighting off his man. Nice job by Damian Graham to create some space there. Paredes. Babuli. Paredes is calling for it. He gets it. He's got Can right there. Oh, and a goal! Oh. Josh Paredes! What a left foot! What a strike by Josh, and it's a 3-3 game. The MetroStars knotting it up with 9:02 left in the fourth quarter.
Exceptional strike from Paredes. Inside on that strong left foot of his, and he just arrows one into the corner. Coughlin, who's been magnificent in the goal. For Utica has no chance here.
Didn't even move.
No, it's past him before he can even see it, isn't it? It just hits it so sweet. But Billy, the point there again, playing some nice playmaker stuff. There's Paredes.
I think he was screened, actually.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if he even saw that.
There are bodies in front of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see Di Rosario going across the goal and a few of his own defenders, but I don't think he's getting there anyway, is he? It's just so powerful, so sweet from Josh Paredes.
There's Phillips down the wing. He's got Rios wide open out front. Oh, just didn't get it there in time, though. Rios was wide open and calling for it, though.
I thought Harris was coming in there after he came off the boards for the volley, but end-to-end action, exciting stuff.
And we talked again about those 200-foot player goal-to-goal. That is Josh Paredes. We've seen him, you want to call it taking it for the team. Boy, he's taken the ball in some interesting spots this year for the MetroStars.
Yep.
He has paid the price. He has been an absolutely rock-solid defender out there. And when you can get some offensive contribution as well, it's just the best of both worlds.
Yeah, he's got that shot in him, isn't he? We've not seen a lot offensively from him tonight, but he does have that strike, that wonderful left foot, cuts inside, just wraps his foot around it. It's the instep, but he hits it with such power and such assurance that there's no way that the keeper can get to it, especially with the bodies in front of the goal. This match's level is nice from Daru, wasn't it? Oh, into the boards.
Call that one. That was a tough fall there by the MetroStars player into the boards, yeah. Took a bit of a shoulder there and fell at an awkward angle. See if he gets up on his own steam here. And yeah, at least he's getting up. Look at. See if we got another look at it here. There was the one show, yeah, just an awkward fall.
Yeah, it was awkward fall, wasn't it? Not too much in it from Daru.
But a mighty bit of physicality in the game. Headed out of bounds. It is going to go the way of the MetroStars, though. As once again, we see Rosario out there. He's just about to head off, but Phil Leonardi showing more and more confidence in Jonathan Rosario. Yeah, timeout is called. We're going to take a quick break as well. You're watching Mississauga MetroStars Arena Soccer on MASL TV. We'll be right back.
The Mississauga MetroStars would like to thank the following sponsors for tonight's match. Leica, the official team apparel supplier. Pro Sound Hearing Services, the official shirt sponsor. Esco Clothier is the official clothier provider of the MetroStars franchise. We would also like to thank Kisco, Fancy Kafana Restaurant and Bar, Totera Fine Foods, Canland Sportsplex, and Paramount Fine Foods, home of the Mississauga MetroStars.
Welcome back to Mississauga MetroStars Arena Soccer on MASL TV. Alex Bastiansky alongside Stephen Caldwell. 3-3 now. As moments ago, Josh Paredes with a big left foot to even things up here in what's been just a cracking game so far, hasn't it, Stephen, between the two evenly matched teams on this night. You wouldn't see it in the standings with Utica in a 5-2 record, but Mississauga stayed with them every step of the way tonight. Oh, Adrian Can. In tight.
Lost his touch at the vital moment. Paredes this time decides to pass. Here's a chance. That was a sore one for Kanawi on the side of the board there.
Kind of ran in awkwardly.
Yeah, looked really sore in the arm. Felt it from up here.
But he steals it again. On the run now. Oh boy, Zabalos out.
Thought it was going to go down, did you?
Yeah. Stays on his feet though, he's an honest boy. Paredes. Zabalos in tight though. Gets it away just in time. Here's Damian Graham fighting off Vitali. Paredes intercepted though. Here they come, Utica City in close. Zabayos gets a foot on it. That's enough time just to let the defenders get back. Mississauga playing with fire though. Those giveaways.
Yeah, it's that square ball, isn't it?
Yeah.
All the way across the arena. It's very, very dangerous to play. Especially when you don't know, when it's near the bench as well. I'm not sure if Bordeaux had came on to the change there, but sometimes you get that change and he just walks onto someone. I don't know if that was maybe the case, but anyway, it was a dangerous ball from Paredes and they should have made more of that, Utica.
I feel like they're telegraphing their passes sometimes too. They're looking right at where it's going as well. They're not, you know what I mean? They're not pulling that fake off, or at least they're dummying it a bit, but they're looking right where they're passing at, and it's a big tip-off for Utica to intercept. We've seen a lot of interceptions in this game of passes that Mississauga's been just a little bit sloppy on. I mean, overall, great job by the MetroStars. 3-3 game. Taking a look at the shots right now. 27-22 for Utica City. MetroStars continue to have the lead in block shots with 13 to Utica City's 9. Close, Phillips.
Chance.
Left footer.
What a chance.
Just missed the far post.
That was set up by Rosario's really instinctive play between the boards, just causing indecision. It broke to Phillips. I really fancied him to put that in the back of the net. He'll be kicking himself and disappointed that he couldn't.
Yeah, good chance missed. Unfortunate, but Phillips lays it off just outside the far post. Rosario is mentioned on the pitch now. He's deep right now in the crease of the Utica City as it comes to Rios. There's Rosario getting the ball. And they're marking Rosario closely now as they are tuned into the fact that this is one dangerous man out there for the MetroStars. Utica on the attack. Tavernese in the quarter. Harris, though, great job to lay it off the glass and get it out. Despite being under pressure, as they stumble, but he turns it back.
Nice play.
Yeah. Very calm, cool, collected there, yeah.
That was lovely play, taking it out from the back and then not running down the rabbit hole, realising that he didn't have the support, just a little turnaround and switched the play to the Rodriguez where all the space was. Brilliant play from Harris, his best moment of the match.
So we see Rodriguez now, marked by Callahan. Back for Zabayos. Just got to be very careful now. Just 4 minutes, 20 seconds left in the fourth quarter. You'd hate to lose the game right now on a giveaway, which has been a real Achilles heel for the MetroStars. Some sloppy goals they've allowed, unfortunately, in the past. And they've got a chance here to pull off a great win against a very strong Utica City squad. Another great defensive play there by Mobabuli to poke it away. He gets it back. Dero on the wing. Graham calls for it, but Dero waits for some reinforcements, gets it back to Babuli. Just a solid performance by Mississauga tonight. Babuli all tight.
Nice
that got
dummy
all the
from
way
Graham.
through. Yeah.
Wasn't it?
Oh, another shot.
Right in front of the goalie, and then he dummied it, but Coughlin was aware and got that right foot to it. Oh, what a moment.
Coughlin has been great tonight for UCFC. Coming up with some big stops. Petrera shot. Deflected, oh boy. Graham almost went into his own teammate with his boot there as Vitali collects along the boards. Back for Ramin. Ramin, boards. They'll whistle that down for sure as big Adrian canvas all over Petrera. It's great for a unit 10 in the third. Light Niner. Really them good dividers.
I think Stally game makes moves in this country, just like the ball's going to be looked at there, right? Franco. I think that's Mississauga.
Make it longer. We want to tap foul. And the six for for because he flirted most couple of times, but now you see, I think sort of see chicken slot.
The right decision if it goes in the back of the net.
Absolutely.
You have to score it, and for a moment I thought it was going to go in, but it just doesn't drop beneath the crossbar. Anguish from De Rosario. He knows that's a wasted opportunity. He doesn't need me to tell him with a 2v1 situation. I guess maybe he was half a pitch to go. He felt like maybe his pace would have got caught up. Here's a chance, another one.
We'll try the same thing.
He didn't get it right.
By Coughlin, though. Great idea, though. I mean, the keeper was well out of the net, though, and Dwayne certainly thought he could float it in. We've seen him do that before, no question, but just a bit too much on it that time. As here comes Vitali, skying it up into the stratosphere. And he'll get the Bronx cheer from the Mississauga fans on that one. $1:17 left here in the fourth quarter of play. Mississauga, UCFC, and what's been a dynamic contest here between the blue and white and the orange and blue as they move into the last 60 seconds of play here. Stolen by the MetroStars. Graham, it's going to be a 2-on-1 here. Graham, he's got Harris on the far side. Shot on goal and it's in! Unbelievable! Alberto Harris! 47.2 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Just when we thought that play was dead and over, he puts it into the top corner, Stephen. Incredible.
What a finish from Harris. Magnificent goal. 2v1 again. This time, they use it, he plays it to Harris in the wide area, but it's behind him a little bit. It has to come back to, doesn't it, Alex? And you think the opportunity's gone. Harris comes inside and just unleashes an unstoppable shot.
Oh, I love it.
Coughlin's been magnificent, and he just can't get anywhere near it. What a strike, wraps his right foot around it.
That might be the shot of the goal of the year so far for the MetroStars. Unbelievable.
Inside the last minute as well, isn't it? It's like so important, a tight game like this.
And it's going to be a timeout. We're going to catch our breath here. I'm going to try and get my voice back. With 47.2 seconds left. You're watching Mississauga MetroStars Arena Soccer on MASL TV. Welcome back to Mississauga MetroStars Arena Soccer on MASL TV. A very hoarse Alex Bastiavansky alongside Stephen Caldwell here as it's exciting times. What a strike by Alberto Harris. Top shelf to give the home squad the lead with just 47.2 seconds away from their third win in franchise history on home turf, Stephen.
Oh, brilliant moment for Harris. And I think, as we mentioned at the start of this game, the importance of every squad member playing their part. Different players in the lineup tonight. Harris is not one of the marquee names in this team, maybe a bit of an unsung hero. He did a brilliant play minutes before. I commended him on that, and then maybe scored the most important goal in franchise history so far. If they can hold on here in the last 40 seconds.
Pull up your socks. Oh, shot on goal, boy, oh boy. Just like that. And who is it? Slava. the big man from Bosnia, leading scorer. We were wondering when, if he might break out, and of course he does with 39 seconds left here. What a strike.
Oh, we just cursed it, didn't we, talking about the fact that it wasn't his night and he had missed opportunities, and he picks it up at the right at the yellow line there. It's just an outstanding finish. Harris's goal was good, that's even better. Just in that left foot, whips it past everyone really. His body's there and everything, but the shot's so true and so perfect. Had the lead for barely seconds, and they're going to have to do it again if they're going to prevent overtime in this intriguing MASL match.
That's right. Just an absolutely brilliant strike by the big man. And yeah, Utica Parisovic, as mentioned, just, oh, here's a chance from inside, just wide, and it's in! Oh, utterly heartbreaking for the MetroStars, 13.7 seconds left. Oh, what a tough way to go down. In the span of, what, 26 seconds, going from looking at possibly their third win in franchise history to going down to a 1-goal deficit. Oh boy, I don't know what else to say, Stephen.
Yeah.
Tough
Nothing to
stuff.
say, it's sickening. Zavaios is down here, I think he's hurt. Maybe going to be a bit of a delay, he needs some treatment. Daru's very sportsmanlike, trying to get his opposition goalkeeper a little bit of treatment, but that's sickening. Basically, the last 2 goals there from Utica coming from their 2 superstars.
Heart-wrenching stuff for a crowd that was on its feet. There you see the first off the glass and the rebound, just
there, just alert, isn't he?
Right place at the right time.
Yeah, it's Adrian Kahn that's just a little bit asleep, but
just a touch behind there.
you have to commend Tavernese for his quality just to sniff out a goal. We spoke about that, his ability just to sneak in at the right place at the right time. US international, and he's probably won the game for Utica here. There's a final timeout from Phil Ionadi and the MetroStars as they try and take this game to overtime.
Showing their experience, showing their quality. Tavernese and Slava moments before that. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back in just a moment. We're back here after a quick break. Alex Bastivansky alongside Stephen Caldwell with 47.9 seconds left. Mississauga goes up by a 4-3 count off an absolutely gorgeous shot by Alberto Harris. Seconds later, leading scorer for Utica City, Slavica Juba Parisovic, notching his 9th goal of the season to tie it up. We were thinking we were headed to overtime, and then just seconds later, it was Tavernese that got it.
Yeah, it was Tavernese,
yeah. The U.S. international scoring to make it 5-4. I mean, all credit to UCFC. I mean, you want to talk about keeping your stuff together after going down by 1. And that's another lesson for the MetroStars is they've got 6 men up here, and they'll see if they can notch it up with 10 seconds left. They're going to have to hurry, though. Rosario in the corner. They're going to look to just waste time. UCFC, they get it out. One shot here. Rodriguez, shot on goal, no dice. Oh. And the education of the Mississauga MetroStars continues in heartbreaking fashion today after really a tremendous performance against an experienced Utica City team. Ultimately, though, it's the blue and white that come away with the 5-4 victory. Stephen, your final thoughts on the match today?
Well, I'm disappointed for the team in orange for the effort they put in, and Harris with that wonderful goal. And you just think, you know, they're going to see out the 3rd victory in franchise history, and a very, very important one. And then, you know, with 40+ seconds to go, it was a moment for big players. Big moments are decided by big players, and Slava was the first one to draw Utica level with an absolutely outstanding left foot curler into the corner. And then it was the international, US international, Tavernese, just with that instinct, that ability just to sneak into an area. Adrian Kahn caught in his heels a little bit, and there was Tavernese to give Utica the 5-4 advantage. And ultimately the win. So it's disappointment, but another learning process, another evening where Mississauga have to take the lessons learned, good and bad, and come back stronger for it.
It's obviously so tough going down like this, but you've got to think that this is encouraging stuff for the MetroStars, being a squad that doesn't have that kind of experience and coming up. And I think they're going to do an on-field interview here. So we're going to get off the air in just a moment here. But listen, Stephen, once again, thank you.
Thank you, Alex.
Great job. And we'll be back on February 15th for the next home game against the Baltimore Blast. Thanks for joining us, everyone. For Stephen Caldwell, I'm Alex Bastiavansky. We'll see you next time.
Fans, I'm here with Mississauga MetroStars Jonathan Osorio, who scored his first goal in his first game as a MetroStar here tonight. Describe the atmosphere and what it was like for you to play here.
The fans were great. Unlucky result. Worked hard to the end, and fortunately we couldn't get the result we wanted. But it's only up from here. Continue practicing hard, and yeah.
Well, we're going into a 6-game road trip now. What do you think that you could learn from this game that maybe you could take forward into the next ones?
Just never give up till the time's done and fight to the end.
Thanks, Jonathan. Congratulations. Fans, let's make some noise one more time for Jonathan Osorio. Thank you.
Fans, we would like to thank you for coming out to support your Mississauga MetroStars tonight. The team returns to Paramount Fine Food Center on Friday, February 15th to host the visiting Baltimore Blast. Kickoff at 7:30. Tickets are still available. Visit MississaugaMetroStars.ca for more details. Once again, thank you for coming out tonight. Have an excellent Friday evening.